What are you doing? Where are you? When are you coming? How? How are you going to do it? How are you going to beat your grand regent? Rhetorical question. You can't and you won't. And like everyone else, you will be just a number to my legacy. And just like everyone else, you will forever honor the name Camaro Jackson. Who do you honor?
It is now time for the PWE Interstate Championship. Jimmy Karryt challenges Camaro Jackson for that title. If Jimmy Karryt does not get the victory tonight, he can never again challenge for the PWE Interstate Championship. Twice he has challenged that title against Camaro Jackson. Twice they went to a time limit draw. This matchup is the equivalent of a Game 7 Stanley Cup overtime battle. Will Jimmy Karryt walk away champion, finally gaining his destiny? Or will Camaro Jackson take away that opportunity for good? Sign of deep respect between both these men. Camaro Jackson for 524 days. For 524 days. This thing about that number, wrestling fans, 524 days. He has been the reigning defending champion. His challenge for that belt against Heath Slater when Heath Slater was a champion, and Camaro Jackson took the championship away from Slater. And from that day forward, he has been a reigning, defending, fighting champion, a champion that people could be proud of. Taking on the likes of Herzog in the steel cage, taking on Eagle Eye, Jimmy Karryt twice that went to a time limit draw, Anthony Lopez, you name it, you name anybody that has went after Camaro Jackson for that championship. And Camaro Jackson, time and time again, has put them down. Tonight, Jimmy Karryt has one last chance, one last opportunity to put his name on the legacy of the Interstate Championship as you see the raw power of Camaro Jackson, the strength coming into play in this matchup. These men are very familiar with each other. This matchup has all the making of a proverbial game of human chess. I feel like the winner of this bout will be the man who capitalizes on the very first mistake of his opponent. Karryt, of course, playing that headlock onto Jackson. Sends off to the ropes, huge shoulder tackle. The Grand Regent sends him down to the floor. Karryt has to come up with a game plan that Camaro Jackson has not seen before. Karryt, who's always been the enigma, a unique competitor, someone who has always come up with different skills, different styles of wrestling. But Camaro Jackson is considered a man's man, a wrestler's wrestler. What will Jimmy Karryt have to come up with to finally put down the shoulders or submit the champion something that no one has not done. No, sir, has not done in 524 days with this title reign that has now become legendary. You see the headlock applied once again. The thing about Jackson, he is so scientifically sound in the ring. A headlock to most people wouldn't matter. But when he applies a headlock with how massive his arms are, he can easily choke out his opponents. But it looks like Karryt's going for reversal. Both men battling back and forth. Jackson once again using the raw strength to send down Jimmy Karryt. Tonight, Jackson comes in with his bout, 30 title defenses. In a world of wrestling where some champions only get maybe 4 or 5 defenses before they lose the belt to another competitor, this is a man who has vanquished so many of his competitors. Huge drop kick by Karryt. See the aggression. Those stomps in the corner. You hear the timekeeper and ring announcer. 5 minutes has elapsed already in this matchup. And my God, I think you see Jimmy's soul leave his body with that chop from Jackson. Sends him into that turnbuckle. And you can hear that chop all the way to the end of Salem. Jimmy is trying to find a way to get out of the ring. I can't blame him on this one. Any normal man gets shot by Camaro. Jackson, you want to run, call the cops, scream for mama? Answers maybe with a clothesline to take him down. Rocks the champion. Another massive clothesline. But is answered with a massive scoop slam from the champ. Referee comes in, only a count of 2. But Jackson, right when the opponent kicks out, he gets right back on him, applying that headlock. Forcing his opponent to expand his energy to try to do what he can to get out of that massive headlock. Devant, applied in deep. And a chop that sends Jimmy right back down. You see him throw Jimmy into that turnbuckle, turns him inside out. That's just raw power. Nothing flashy, nothing fancy. Just a man yeeting another human being. Another knife edge chop to the chest. You hear it around the world as that fan says, oh, he's silencing the crowd. Misses. Jimmy Karryt does not miss with his chop. Oh, and another brutal chop. Once again, just slingshots him into that turnbuckle. Camaro Jackson, the Grand Regent has earned that nickname in a world of wrestlers that claim to be the best. This is a man who took a championship and truly made it matter. He made a championship belt become the grand prize at PWE next to the heavyweight championship. Huge chop right back and forth. Both these men, heavyweight sluggers, not afraid to throw down. What Camaro Jackson has done for the PWE Interstate Championships is very similar to what Rob Van Dam did for the ECW Television Championship. Jimmy Karryt answers right back. Multiple blows, sends him crashing down to the mat. That turnbuckle midsection cross body chop block. And a huge missile drop kick turns Jackson inside out. That's the thing about Jimmy Karryt. He's got a unique offense. Sometimes it's almost impossible to come up with a defensive plan because he comes up with so many unique moves. Prime example, that Tiger Driver shoulder breaker. Kick to the back of the head of the knee. Count at 2. 10 minutes has elapsed. You see Jimmy talking to that, the powder keg. That's a different story for another day why he's been talking to it. But, hey, you know, mental illness is, that might be a strong suit. Everyone has a superpower. Shooting star press misses. That would have spelled the end for Camaro Jackson if Jimmy would have landed it. Ducks that clothesline. Ducks a spin kick, answers right back to a huge shoulder tackle. Body splash in the corner. Sends him up, spine on pine. Huge spine buster by Camaro Jackson. He's calling for Jimmy Karryt. Coming to the middle of the ring. Answered that huge glare. Oh, lariat takes him out of his boots. Turns him inside out. 1, 2, no! Everybody thought that was a count of 3. I'm not going to lie, wrestling fans. I thought that was a count of 3. Anytime Camaro Jackson throws that lariat, any other human being in the world of wrestling would have been laying out, counting the stars, looking up at the lights, seeing Tweety birds, and God knows what else. But not with Jimmy Karryt. No, sir. No, sir. He kicks out from the lariat. Somehow, he pulls deep down inside, using what energy he has left to continue this battle. He wants to win this PWE Interstate Championship worse than anything. Looks like Jackson's going for it. Spinning hook kick catches Jackson. The champion in the corner. And a huge takedown sends Jimmy crashing to the ring onto that mat. That might have been a last-ditch effort from Jackson. Both these men have been battling it out. We're getting right near the 20-minute mark, and this matchup has to get close to that. It's a battle of attrition. You hear both the fans chanting back and forth for both men. Both are crowd favorites. Jimmy answers right back. Open palm strike. Fighting it out in the top turnbuckle. Backflip. Responds right back with that tornado kick right to the face. Looks like Camaro Jackson's on Dream Street. Can this be it? Can Jimmy finally capitalize? Can he do something that no other man has done in PWE, which is to put down the champ? Hurricanrana from the top. Roll up though, once again. Champion playing smart, lifts him up. 1, 2, no. And you look at the power of Camaro Jackson. He's trying to do his best to deadlift Jimmy. Jimmy, though, with a strike straight back with the kicks to the face. Rolls him up. 1, 2, no. Goes for that tornado kick, misses. The boots in midsection does not by Camaro. Lifts him up. Power bomb, sit out. 1, 2, no! The taste of defeat came close to touching the lips of Jimmy Karryt, but he spits it out, says, "No, ma'am, I will not dance with you tonight." Somehow he finds a way to kick out of that power bomb. I think Camaro Jackson is stunned. Somehow Jimmy Karryt found a way to kick out. Drop kick though, and it looks like Camaro slammed into the referee. Down goes the ref. Neck breaker by Jimmy. Usually this puts anyone away, but there's no referee to make the count. Talking about just having bad luck. The story of Jimmy Karryt's career against Camaro Jackson always comes so close. Always has a chance, the opportunity to become champion, but it always seems like time and time again, things are not going in his favor. Once again, we see him talk to the powder keg. Looks like the knowledge, the story, the whatever is going on between those two. Jackson goes for like a back body drop. Oh! And a kick that goes extremely low. Not sure if that's what Jimmy Karryt was. You got to be kidding me. This is not the way to win this. Jimmy Karryt, come on. This is not the way you want to beat Camaro Jackson. And a title belt across the skull. Down goes Jackson. He is out. Looks like the referee is finally on his feet, slowly crawling back into the ring. I can't believe what I'm witnessing here. Shooting star press lands. Referee goes for the count. 1, 2, and a kick out by the champ. Right now we see Camaro Jackson is busted wide open from that title belt. Coming across the skull. The champion is donning the proverbial crimson mask, as the great Gordon Soley would once say. He is trying to fight his way to the corner. Jimmy Karryt is now stalking the prey. Something Camaro Jackson has never been used to, nor has never seen before. Twisting his neck, beating him across that knee, cutting off the oxygen. And And the referee calls for the bell and a huge upset. Jimmy Karryt has finally defeated Camaro Jackson. 524 days. This is the reign of Camaro Jackson. 30 title defenses, and tonight, Karryt finally defeats Camaro Jackson. Hook or by crook. He has done something that no other competitor, no other man has ever done before, and he's defeated the champ. A new PWE Interstate champion has been crowned tonight in Salem. Jimmy Karryt, the powder keg. What does the future hold for our new champion? And what will happen next in the career of Camaro Jackson? And it's so strange to say it, the former PWE Interstate champion.
Camaro, brother. Hey, look, man. I'm sorry. What happened out there? What happened to Jimmy?
Jimmy, what happened? What? 524 days. I lost. That's what happens. You lose. And sometimes when you go to the championship, you lose. And that's fine. That's a part of it all. But that loss tonight did not matter to me. Because I lost something way better yesterday. I can win all single freaking day of my life, Jeremy, but I lost something better. I lost my best friend of my 15 years of living, 15 years of my life, half of my life. I lost my best friend yesterday, Jeremy.
I know, man.
And you know, pro wrestling, people think it's about wins and losses, but that's life, man. You have to move forward, you have to go on. But why should I go on, Jeremy? Why should I go on? I didn't even get a chance to say bye. My best friend, since I was 17 years old, Jeremy. I didn't even get a chance to say bye. I held him when he was a puppy. I came home from track practice and my mom threw him into my arms. And I couldn't even be with him on his last day on this planet. So this tonight, it don't matter to me because I can win those to the end of time. But I'll never, ever have a friend like that. But you know what, Jeremy? When I called my mother, after he passed away, after my dog passed away, I was bawling my eyes out, middle of the day, screaming in pain. She said, get it together. Tonight isn't the end for the Grand Regent. Yesterday was not the end of my love for him. So rest assured, Jeremy, they will forever honor the name, even more now. Do you understand me, Jeremy?
I understand, brother. I really do.
I need a second.
Okay. Take all the time you need. I'm the Maestro Jeremy Karryt with Pro Wrestling Epic. We're here in Salem, Illinois, and what you are looking at,
What you are looking at, just to clarify for everybody, is a brand new PWE Interstate Champion. Get it right? I am the powder keg, Jimmy Karryt. This is my good friend Basil, and he gave me some of the most worthwhile advice I've ever gotten in my entire life tonight. You see, all that was holding me back was my own moral compass, and now I know better. I know better. Don't let my I know better. Yeah. And I took advantage of an opportunity. You see, Camaro Jackson, you dropped your guard, and that is your downfall. I'm sorry. I wish I could apologize sincerely, but I would be insincere as hell if I did that. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry in the slightest because I have made my mark on PWE. I am PWE Interstate Champion, and I am PWE Interstate Champion because I took advantage of the opportunity that were handed to me. And Basil, here, You can be the conduit. You can be the voice. You can be the commanding presence all you want. If this is the result, I'm gonna make a mark on everyone who steps in the ring with me from here on out.
Jimmy, my main question I wanted to ask was, the tactics that you used to win that title, a little unbecoming of you, even being the powder keg that you are.
Unbecoming? Unbecoming of who? Exactly. Unbecoming of the nobody that I was before, or unbecoming of your Interstate champion? Pay me the respect I deserve. And if you're not gonna do that, you better turn and run, because I will be the shadow that hides under your bed.
No disrespect, man. Congratulations on your title.
Thank you. See, it's about fucking time.